fundamentals of Jainism, how it relates with all world religions. Okay, and let me just set up this thing. Just 1 second. Okay. All right. Can everybody sees these things properly?
Yes, uncle.
Okay. All right. Now we are talking about Jainism, and we are relating with the different religions. Okay. And if you come across any question, okay, you can always send a note to Seja. Okay. The concept of God in Jainism. Jain God is all knower and observer. We talk about it, but not a doer. Okay. This is the ideal state of a consciousness or a soul. The soul is pure soul. According to Jainism, it is only knower and observer, not the doer. Because once you are a doer, the problem start arising it. Okay, the problem starts arising it. Not unless it looks like you are a doer, but while doing the any action, okay, internally you are only knower and observer. That is why, like in Gita, when Lord Krishna, gives that one, that Arjun, you are only knower and observer. But while you are alive here in this world, you have to do your duty without expectation of any result. You do what is right things to do and accept whatever is the outcome. That is the quality Lord Krishna explained in Gita for a knower and observer person. Knower and observer person, doer is the one really decides, whether it produced the result or not. Okay? When you expect something result oriented personality, okay, then you are not knower and observer. But my job is do what is right things to do, and whatever outcome, accept it. Okay? It is not like that, no, you depress. Or, I wish I would have done this thing this way. Okay? That is nothing counts. Whatever at that moment, whatever you thought right things to do and you already done. And then you are accepting what is the outcome. Okay? It is kind of a explaining purpose. Then that is a real knower and doer characteristics. Okay? But I'll tell you, like sometimes people ask me, Pravin bhai, you know all this Jainism well enough, and these are all my good friends. No, they are the one telling me. However, when are you going to do progress yourself spiritually? You are teaching everybody. When are you going to do for yourself, all these rituals and all the kind of the things, what you're teaching? And I said, what makes you think I'm doing it for others? Whatever I am doing it is, I'm doing it only for myself. Whatever the result comes out, I accept it. I don't have any problem from that point of view. Whether I get one person attending the session or 100 people attending the session, doesn't matter. Okay, when I'm teaching, I'm teaching. My job is to do teaching. Okay, if I have that personality, do you think I've done it? I'm just answering no in his language. Okay, of course, no, like in my present state of condition, no, well, we love that one. Well, there are so many people get benefited. And it is an internal thing. That's otherwise I would have been Kevadani and liberated. Okay, but I'm trying to explain you that when a person just does good thing for the sake of good, okay, nothing else, okay, not a result-oriented personality, then whether it is a doer or not doer, it doesn't matter. Because you have to do something in this world. You are constantly doing something. There is not a single moment that can occur where you are not doing anything. Okay? So, since you are doing something, what are you going to do? Do anything good for others. That's it. You help others whichever way you can. Keeping in mind you cannot help yourself. Only thing you can do is you can help others. From the how can you help yourself? Only you can help yourself via helping others, because that's where you get the satisfaction. That is where you get the something when you help somebody, whatever, in education, in fun, in money, whatever their need is, or you do somebody's work even, okay, for whatever it is. Then and then you are helping yourself and your spirituality is improving. Your spirituality cannot just improve by itself. So what I'm trying to bring it out, okay, having helped others and you are looking at it, okay, I am not helping him, but I am helping myself by this act. That is a knower and observer quality. Okay, that is the quality of the knower and observer. So what should we do? Whenever there is any opportunity comes, if you can help any living being, or if you don't hurt any living being, okay, which is the same thing in that sense, okay, that way you can improve your spirituality, okay, and you can attain ultimately your goal. There is no other way you can do it. So Jain God is all knower and all observer, okay, but not a doer. Doer in the sense result-oriented personality. You don't have a result-oriented personality. Jain God is not a creator, preserver, and destroyer, okay, of the universe. It is not an active God or the dynamic God. I tell you, I like to tell this story. Few years ago, um, in Lynchburg, Virginia, near Lynchburg, Virginia, there is a lotus temple. And that was now by Swami Satchidanand's ashram. The lotus temple is a Swami Hindu sage. He passed away now, but that time he was alive. This is about probably 20 years ago, I'm talking, maybe a little longer. Okay. The, the Swami Satchidanand ashram, I got an invitation to come there and talk about Jainism to their people who are staying there in the ashram. Most of them are Americans. Okay, most of them, like 70% of the people, very few Indians live there permanently, but most of the caretaking of the ashram, Swami Satchidanandji's, okay, ashram is like all American. And they organize a speech uh, for like hour and a half. to talk me come and present the Jainism to them. And I did. I did presentation, and then the question answer start. The question answer start, the person comes and one question came that when you talk, Jain God has infinite power. Okay, one of the quality of the Jain God, right? When we attain Keval Gnan, no, you got infinite Gnan, infinite Darshan, okay, Anant Charitra, and Anant power. That power, how do you know he has a infinite power? And then he gives the examples of Hindu God. He said, when Hindu God like Ram and Krishna, you can see they have the infinite power, okay, because they are active God, right? You can see the power of Hindu God, but we cannot see the power of Jain God. And when you use the word terminology, infinite power, can you give me some example that Jain God had infinite power? Okay. Now, with all my wisdom and knowledge, I could not come up with any example that I can show them. Okay, here is a Jain Tirthankar. Now he has possessed infinite power, and here is the example. So what I did, I went to Swami Satchidanand, where he was sitting in the front. I gave him a mic and said, Swamiji, could you able to answer this question? I cannot answer. And I just sit down. Okay, and hand over the mic to Swamiji. Swamiji get up. He laughed at me. He said, you are a dangerous person. You put somebody else into just on the spot and you just escape. Okay. But Swamiji answered right away, very beautifully. Okay. Swamiji said, let me give you one example, and that will show how does the Jain God possesses infinite power. And he gave the car battery example. Okay, suppose your car needs a new battery. Let's start from that point. You go to the store. The store has the battery which is fully charged, but it is not connected in the car. It is just on the shelf, sitting there. Okay, and you like to buy that battery. Okay, you are buying that battery because it is a brand new battery and it is fully charged, so that you can put it in your car and you can work. So when you buy the battery, do you think, and you are putting in the car, you start the car starts. Now, just look at the case. When you install in your car the battery, it's fully charged. Do you know this battery is fully charged? It possesses infinite power. When it was on the shelf, it has the same power. And when you connect in the car, it is the same power. Okay. In either way, the battery possesses the infinite power, whether it is car or within the car or not car. Similarly, the Hindu God analogy is a battery connected in the car and car is running, which is the infinite power. And you see that one in the life of Ram and Krishna and other great sages. Okay. So battery which is connected with the car, it has the same power as battery which is on the self, which is fully charged. Jain God is a battery lying on the self, fully charged, but both have infinite power. Hindu God, you see it. Jain God, you don't see it because it is the static power. And Hindu God is a dynamic power. Of course, the quality of the power or the definition of the power is different. In that sense, one is connected one, another is not. But power is concerned, both have same infinite power. And that is how he answered. And the man said, I got the answer, Guruji. He said it right there. And I just answered you after probably 20 years. Somebody is, this question came up now here. Jain God is not a creator, protect, destroyer of the universe, and the God is all knower and observer, but not a doer, even though they possess all same infinite power. Every human soul has a potential to become God. That's all Eastern religion characteristics, okay? Every human being has a potential to merge with the God, means to become a God, whichever way you look at it, or you become a Kevali, and even though you are all individual, but in reality, you are all same and one. In that sense, the qualities are same. Any question here? Just for the basic fundamental point of view. Now,